Hi friends, welcome to my channel. So this is one of the twin necklace that we made. So we have two pendants, and I'm gonna make one more uh, necklace matching this twin necklace. I'm like, you can actually gift it to twins, or you can twin them as well. One pattern for the for one day, the other pattern for the evening, or something like that. You know. Excuse my voice, I don't know, it's very husky in the morning, and I think I'm okay. I'm not coming up with anything or so. So let's see. Here we have our pendant. I want to wire up the pendant first. Okay, so as I said, use a 24 gauge wire, but I'm just using 26 gauge wire. I'm taking about, say, 6 to 7 inches. Warm up the wire nicely when it is in the spool, so that way it will be nice and pliable for us. And then let's take our tools: needle nose pliers, wire cutters, and round nose pliers. I'm gonna cut some wire, and let me just measure this for you guys. It's 7 inches. Okay, so I'm just going to take this, put it through the hole, take the other end, go again one more time, so just gently pull. Always the gemstones, they're drilled, right? So it might not be a very smooth hole, so be very gentle all the time. There we go. And then, I know one is long, one is short, that's fine. So take this. So if you can see, I want this like this, right? I want this like this. That means my loop has to go perpendicular to the bead. So just take this on the side, use my round nose pliers, make a loop just like that, and then add it to the loop in this moon finding. Okay, and since it is this way, I'm just gonna go hold it. See, this one is on the way, so I'm just going to, since I'm using 26 gauge wire, it's very flexible. I can use it with my hands, but I just want to wrap it. I want to wrap all the way down. Okay, so that I can cover. If I can cover the hole, I would be happy. Maybe I should have taken a little bit more wire, but I did. Okay, bring it down, take that tail in. Okay, and then tuck this inside our coils, just like that. Okay, and press it against. And this as well. See this? It's not even perpendicular to I'm not very happy with my wire wrap. I wish I had a 24 gauge wire. No, just gonna redo it. It's okay to waste a little bit of wire, then settle down with this. Again, make sure it's nicely cut and out of our bead. There we go. Keep a trash can nearby so that you can collect all of these. Maybe I can use a thicker gauge wire and get away with the basic loop. Right? So I do have this antique copper wire. Again, warm up the wire. When you run your fingers through the wire, it gets warmed up and it is very pliable. Okay, so I'm just going to cut a little bit. It does fit through that. That's nice. Okay, and I'm gonna bend this wire up on top. Okay, and take this shorter wire. Oh, I broke. Oh my god, I did it. I broke. I'm so sorry, guys. There is no twin pendant anymore. So I did put some E6000 and I just glued it together. Let's see if it works. But yeah, I just made a mistake. I just wanted to do a basic loop. I tried, wire wrapping, since I always do, and then I broke the beautiful teardrop bead. I really like this one much more than the other one that I have made in this. I really like the soda light kind of an effect with the white, and I actually wanted to pair with these shell beads. But anyways, let's see if it works, or else what I will do is I will make this as a pendant. This will be way too big, so maybe this or something, maybe something wire wrapped with this or something like that. So I'll come up with something, but again, we shall do the necklace part first. So I have here bead stringing wire. It's a 7-strand bead stringing wire and it is not branded, I know, but that's what I'm gonna use for this necklace. But you can always use anything soft flex, beadalon, or any bead stringing wire that you have available in your stash. You can use them. I'm just using this. I'm going to come up with a pattern with all of these. As I said, it's going to be a twin necklace, right? But I'm not going to add this filigree connectors, but I'm going to use all of these and these two. So I kind of strung a pattern. This is one pattern, okay? So the big blue bead and separated by 3 seed beads, and the agate 3 seed beads, the matte bead, the shell bead, matte. Then this is one set. Okay, and the other set is completely with the blues, so it is only these two and some seed beads in between. So I'm thinking like it's beautiful, both are beautiful, and I actually strung these, and then I was like, oh my god, I forgot this bead, and then I added it and it is nice and popping. So I'm gonna change this and restring all of this and come back and show you guys what I got. So what I was doing is I was stringing the beads, and in the middle, see, I have brought the same thing both. So in this pattern I have the bead caps in one section and the spacer bead in the other section, as you guys can see. So that's what it is, but in the middle I want to bring both in the middle just like that, and I'm going to have some jump rings. These are I think 3mm or 4mm jump rings. I'm taking two of these, and also I took the daisy spacers just to give it, you know, some kind of a structure in the middle. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take two sets of pliers, um, bent nose pliers and tweezer nose pliers, and I'm gonna add the pendant in the center. So I'm just gonna open up the jump ring. Okay, always use this part of the bent nose pliers to open a jump ring. It's much easier, and add it to this pendant. It has a nice and big loop, so I don't want the jump ring to be bigger. You can use a bigger one, but this is already big, so I wanted to use a smaller jump ring. And close, 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 wiggle and close. Make sure it's nice and closed. For added security, I'm adding two jump rings. Sometimes I feel that if you tug on the necklace, it might fall, so it's always better to be safe than sorry. Make sure go back and forth and make sure it's nice and tight. So we have two jump rings. The chances of it is less to come down, so I'm just gonna add this through my wire. Okay, just like that. Maybe I did the opposite side. There we go. So we also have to look, so I wanted this bead to be right next to it, because I feel so, but you can always let's see, I shall move this a little bit so that we have less distractions when we are designing it. And as I said, I'm gonna take this one more time and add my daisy spacers, and then put it through the jump rings, then add the next blueberry bead as well, and see if this looks good. Okay, or we can add the blue bead as the center, so we can do it either way. Let me just add some more seed beads and finish the pattern and see if I like it. You should like it. You should be liking the design that you make. Feel free to change it, like whenever it's not appealing for you. You're the boss here, and it needs to appeal to you more than anybody else. So I'm just gonna finish this pattern and see if I like this or if I have to make something more. And another bead. And 3 more seed beads. And then one of the blueberry bead, and see if I like it. I mean, I haven't put the spacer bead, but I just feel it's kind of, this is too big. I take my time until I really, really like that pattern. I just don't go with it. So for this, the bead cap is too much. So I take the bead cap away. Just this blue bead. It's nice and shiny. And then take the daisy spacers, jump rings, daisy spacer, then the blue bead, then the spacer, and see if you like this. I kind of like this better than the other one, so I'm just gonna go ahead and go with this and follow the pattern and finish stringing all the things, and I'll show you guys how I finish this. So I finished stringing these. Let's see. Okay, so this is what I have so far, and so I like the way this turned out to be. And this one is very pale color, and these ones are darker. Some are like that, some are not like that, but I really like the overall design of this necklace. But you can follow whichever pattern you want. And we have our toggle clasp that we received in the box. I'm going to use that as well. So I'm going to take some crimp tubes or crimp beads. Whatever you have available in your stash will work. I'm going to use a silver one. You can also use a gold one. It's totally up to you. I'm going to use 2 silver ones and see if it is okay. Just kind of doesn't look really good. Maybe I should stick to the gold, or I have a copper one, I guess. Let me see. Not really. I'm gonna use the Beadalon crimp beads, size 1, in the copper color, so that everything matches and it doesn't clash. Right? So what I'm gonna do here is I'm just gonna add the crimp bead, and then this part of the toggle, and then go back through the crimp bead, and try pushing these beads as well, and pull this all the way down, just like that. But it's going on, so I know for sure I don't have to, struggle for that. Make sure this is not crisscrossed inside. That's way too important. Okay, And for this beetle on crimp bead, I like to use my crimping pliers rather than flat crimping it. So there is two divots here, one closer to the handle, one away from the handle. The second one looks like a shape of a cashew nut. So I go horizontally with a second divot and just crush the bead. That will make it exactly the shape that it was supposed to make. Okay, and then as you guys can see, that's how it is. Now I go vertically with the first one and then squish the crimp bead. That will round that up, as you guys can see. Now you take the beads and go on top of both the wires. Now the time is to push all the beads down to that and see if everything is proper. This is the only time you can do anything with it. If you are done with crimping the other side, you won't be able to do that. So I'm just gonna cut my wire there, leaving at least 1 inch or so, and then take that crimp bead and take the bar part of the toggle, and then again same, come back through the crimp bead and couple of beads if you can. If not, that's okay, just one bead is also fine. All you need to do is pull the wire and make sure the loop is not very big. Now what you're going to do is again do the same. This time be careful. Everything, I kept the necklace in a U format, and there is short gap which I really need. And this time be careful that you don't squish the seed bead right next to your crimp bead. Okay, so for that purpose you need to just push that a little bit down so that you can get and squish the bead, and then do the same. Now take your wire cutters and snip off this excess wire as close as possible. There you go. See, it's almost seamless, right? So that's what we want. Now our necklace is almost ready. So this is the toggle part. The toggle part is done. So this is how the necklace looks so far. So there is a loop here, and as I said, I want to create a twin necklace. I'm grabbing the other one. So the other one is this, and this one is with Chinese knotting cord and these filigrees and stuff, and it is beautiful as well. And this necklace is the twin necklace of this, but I added white in this. But if you don't want the first pattern that I did show, you guys can follow that, but I like this just to be a contrast. But for this, as you guys did know that I broke my gemstone with some 20 gauge wire. Do not do that. I just did use E6000 and I glued it. It's not been 24 hours yet, so I wouldn't use it. But if you do have it, then you can add it here. Just make an 8 link with 20 gauge wire. That's more than enough. Add one open one loop and then add it to the pendant, and the other loop to the loop of this moon pendant. That way you can hang that. You can also do that with just one simple jump ring, which I should have done it. Trust me. you can do that, but I will try. But still, this will always be, you know, something in my mind, so I don't know if I will use it or not. But I'm telling you guys, since it's a twin necklace, you can do that. But you can also, you know, make some dangles with all these things, all the beads, like these and these, and then make a cluster. That is also very beautiful. I'm thinking I'm going to do that instead of, you know, doing the other. Since we have chain from the box, but this is a soldered chain, it's not like a jump ring connected to each other, so it's a soldered chain. So I pulled out a jump ring, the smallest jump ring that I could find in my stash, and I'm going to open that jump ring. So when you open and close a jump ring, use 2 sets of pliers, okay, and then also you twist that open, push one side towards you and one away from you, the pliers, then you can get that perfect fit. And then add this chain to our pendant and then close it. When you close it, do the same thing again, twist and close. Make sure it's completely closed, because that's the one which is going to hold your dangles. And also I can actually put one star down here, is what I feel. So it has to dangle. That means I have to cut the chain here. And then I have to open this and take that out. You can also use a jump ring, but I can also use the same chain link, and I'm gonna try and close this off. Okay, so here is our dangle. That's nice. And now I have these short head pins from my stash. I'm gonna use that. Whichever one you have available in your stash, you can use them. I know this will fit through. It's a very short one. I actually bought this by mistake. So just bend it over, take your round nose pliers and make a loop. That's just a basic loop. I find for the dangles, the basic loops work the best rather than your wrapped loops. Yeah, this one goes through too, so that's a good thing. See, when I bend the wire, I leave a short distance so that there is space for it to actually bend. Otherwise, it will break the bead, top of the bead. Make your loop. If it is not closed, go ahead and squish with your pliers. You have the basic loop, 2 dangles. There is this one as well, the agate bead. So I'm using all the beads that I have used in the project except for the blueberry bead. Right, I just cut a little bit off so that this one, the loop is not very big. Okay, I created 3 dangles. You can do 6 or so. And let's see, what do we miss? Is there anything that we miss? Actually, we can add this bead right here, the crystal from my stash, 3x4 millimeter, which I have used in the twin necklace right here. I've used it, so I can actually do a dangle of that. Again, same thing, cut just a little bit off and take it and make your loop. Adjust your loop. I want it completely closed, so there's a short gap which is okay for me, but we have 4 of our tangles that we can actually do, right? You can do multiple, but if I'm thinking about adding this bead, I don't know, that will be way too small. That will diminish the look of this. So I will add one more of this and one more of the agate bead to the mix. So then I guess that will work out. Let's see. Again, bend the wire to 90 degrees. Make sure when you bend it, watch out for the gemstone, because I will use my other pliers. I never use this round nose pliers. I always use this one. This one is the best. But since this the head pins are thicker gauge, I'm finding it difficult to manipulate even with this. Okay, now then our next one is this. Same thing, just be mindful of that. I'm gonna use my bead on round nose pliers this time. Let's see how it goes. Same, not so easy, especially when the beads are, small. Okay, we have created our dangles. Now the time is to add them. So I'm gonna add a blue one first, the small one. Doesn't matter which side you want to add. I just want to fill the chain with some dangles, so you can randomly place them. And then I'm going to open this, open that up, and add it to one of the chain above that. Okay, and close it. Okay, there is that thing, this thing, so many things. So then goes this. I know I should have finished the pendant part first, because we are lifting the entire thing and doing all of that, but as you guys know, I broke the pendant, so here I am devising a new plan for my twin necklace. So I'm just adding it randomly. I'm not looking at direction, I'm not looking at anything per se. I'm just adding it however it feels fit. Okay, basically I don't want the chain to be empty. We want to actually fill it up with dangles. Last one, open it up, and wherever you feel that it is a little bit less, go ahead and add it there. Perfect. So this is my dangle. I kind of really like it. It gives a different feel to the entire necklace. I wanted to use this daisy spacer, but I didn't. This itself looks good. So this is my second pendant for the twin necklace, and this is another one. I hope you guys like this tutorial. If you do, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, don't forget to hit the bell icon for notification. I do upload videos couple of times a week. Thanks so much for watching. Have a good day, and I will leave down the description box below the link for this tutorial as well, so that you can follow along if you would like to. If you would like to support my channel, there is a heart symbol right below the video. There will be thanks written right next to it. Click on it and you can donate as much as possible. It will really help grow my channel and then bring you more content. Thank you. Bye bye. See you in the next video.